Hi again, everybody. Scott here from the Jostin Service Station. Let's fill her up for the month of November. Coming up in a moment, a great interview on yearbook writing, something that most yearbook staffers really don't like to do, but it's important. And we'll talk with an acclaimed author and instructor with some great tips and inspiration for you. But first, some news. Of course, check the calendar, what's coming up. The holidays, that period from Thanksgiving through Christmas and New Year's, that's a special time of year no matter where you are. So let's actively make that part of our yearbooking experience. First, there's a lot of stories out there. Could be holiday-related stories, of course, the start of the winter sports seasons. So go out there, get those stories, have some fun, maybe encourage your audience to share their stories with you, hopefully with some pictures. And of course, let's make this time of year part of your yearbooking promotion. After all, there is no better Christmas gift than a yearbook because it lasts a lifetime. And yet most staffs really do nothing with this. So let's make it part of your upcoming promotion. Have a lot of fun with it. Maybe have a yearbook Santa Claus or something like that. Now here's another idea. Of course, you can't give a book as a Christmas gift because you're working on it right now. But you can give folks a certificate to announce their gift. For Jostin schools on Yearbook Avenue, go to the digital classroom. In the search bar there, enter the word certificate. Then click on the link for Reaching Parents, and inside there, you'll find your own gift certificates in English and Spanish. Just print them out. Then promote the idea to parents. Let them know that they can get a certificate from you to announce their gift, maybe as a stocking stuffer or just as some holiday handout. Remember that today, yearbooking doesn't have to just be about a book. Unlike the old days, today you literally have the chance to tell stories every single day through maybe a social media outlet or via an app like the Jostin's Replant app, or perhaps through augmented reality, maybe using the free HP Reveal app. Always be on the lookout to share stories whenever possible, and you may find that suddenly a lot more people have interest in your yearbook and then they want to buy one. Here's the very simple rule. The best stories and pictures make your book. Every story makes all of the other outlets. In all my years in yearbooking, as soon as I mention the word writing, most students will give me a glazed look, or they'll just look down. He's not looking at me, he's not looking at me. But yet good writing in any yearbook is so vitally important. It fills in the missing information that the pictures don't tell us. Recently, we talked to an acclaimed author and instructor who showed us why good writing in any yearbook is really important.
Hi, I'm Bobby Hawthorne. I'm a writer and writing instructor from Austin, Texas. The purpose of a yearbook is not for next year, it's for 30 years from now. That's the purpose of a yearbook. It's something you keep the rest of your life, and if it's good enough, you'll thumb through it and it'll remind you what it was like to be there at that time. So you can't do that with photographs alone because your memory is going to fade. You're going to forget who people are, and you're going to forget what the sound and the look and what people were talking about and all this other stuff. So you simply cannot produce a yearbook without words. But it's not just, they'll think, well, we're just going to put some words in there. And then it'll be like what I'm talking about a minute ago, just this static, dead on arrival words, The purpose of the art club was to allow students, again this year, as in last year and every year, to produce art. Or it'll say something like, this year's student council was involved in many activities. Well, every year student council is involved in many activities. So what do you say? What do you write? Stories are almost never in the why, or the when, or the where, or even the who. It's necessary. It's in the why and the how, and that's what I'm. If you can answer that question, then you've got a chance to tell somebody something they didn't know, and you have a chance to write a story that's timeless. That captures a moment that's full of heart and it's full of emotion and it's full of joy, and sometimes it's full of sadness. But that's the way high school is. You've got that full range of emotions. And that's what you want to capture, because that's the thing you're going to forget about, and if you can capture it in words and in picture too, but especially in words, it'll last a lifetime. You have to know who you're going to interview and have a reason for interviewing that person. And then you have to ask that person, you have to know why you're interviewing that person, what you're interviewing about, and then you have to ask a question that isolates a moment so that you're not writing about the game, you're writing about the play, but you're not even writing about the play, you're writing about what were you thinking during this play. Now you've got a chance to have something to write. Now you've got a quote that you can come back and then do something with it. But if you come back with all these, platitudes, this year we all enjoyed spring break. What did you do over spring break? I went skiing. I went to the beach. I slept. I did this. I did that. You got nothing to work with. It writes itself, which means it's not even writing. It's data collection is all it is. You might as well just copy something out of the phone book. Because it's simply, you've got to have the material to write. So the biggest problem is not writing, it's reporting. Reporting is so weak. But if you can do the reporting, then come back and really, if you're a beginner, don't even write it. Just run it as standalone quotes. That's what I would do. And here's what I'd say to all beginning advisors: survive. Just survive. Get through the first year. Get a book out on time, on budget. And then worry about anything else the next year. And then add a little the next year, and then add a little the next year, and the year after that. Eventually you'll get there. And every kid's not going to be a writer. So cut your losses. Find out who are the writers. Who are the kids that want to do that? Who are the kids who are reporters, who are fearless? They go out, they're welcome, they're happy to go out and talk to this person, this person, this person. A lot of kids just aren't going to do it. They can't do it. They just don't have it in them. They'll probably make good editors. They can always clean chalk erasers. I don't know what they can do. But they probably aren't going to be reporters and they may not be writers, so kind of cut your losses. But find the kids who can do it and then really free them up to do that. Work with them as much as you can to just say, you are my writer. You come back with stories. That's what I want you to do. I don't need you to do anything else. This is your job. And if you'll do that, I think you can get 3 or 4 kids like that on your staff. You're in good shape.
A big thank you to Bobby for his insight and his ideas. But that was only a small portion. To hear the entire 40-minute fascinating interview with lots of inspiration, insights, and ideas, and yeah, English and writing teachers pay attention, check out our podcast at the address shown on the screen. And while you're there, make sure to mark to follow our Yearbooking Report podcast so you never miss an episode. Finally, Jostens has some great new curriculum materials, great for use by any yearbook class, club, or group. Never too late to start. If you haven't checked these out already, be sure to ask your Jostens representative about the new Grow Your Know series. Check out the great new curriculum on photography, on marketing and promotion, for InDesign and Monarch users, and even a new guide for new advisors or those who guide middle school or smaller clubs or groups. And be sure to check out the cool new photo cards. These are terrific with great tips on how to take pictures of certain sporting events, along with great tips just on great camera usage. These are perfect to slip into your camera bags for easy usage anytime. Well, that's all for this month. Remember, keep telling the stories every chance you get, every way you get. And remember, always make it fun. We'll see you next time.